Hey, I'm Kev Chemist, and welcome to the Circuit de Barcelona-Catalunya, where it is pissing it down. As I didn't deter Stone, though, has his 4 tenths ahead of Shirota and Baldassari in the pouring rain, with Bisecchi, Luti, and Ninja, and Antonio Marini, Lowe's, and Canet, and Andy round out the top 10. Great job from the Indonesian ahead of Gardner, Bashini, Fernandez, and Navarro. In that all-important 14th spot with Jake Dixon in last this time. Unfortunately, it was drier earlier, so Stone is actually the slowest. So we go for 2 possible qualifying efforts in qualifying 1 to make it through the qualifying 2, be part of the top 4 in this session, as we've got a rider come out right in front of us. Great job. Great job. Stone a tent down apparently to... I don't know. To get out of treacherous turn 3. And then through the right, you see Stone take this kind of wider line and cut it back. Just get a better run into the downhill left-hander. But the camber really does help you get towards that apex. And just proving how tough it is to get the power down in these wet conditions. So it's the rear tyre a bit heated. Let's go through Campster onto the back stretch. It's a bit sliding all over the place from Stone. But if he gets into 48, might be low 49 we actually do. Unfortunately, he's kind of stuck behind this riding style section, but it should maybe give them a tow into the front stretch on the run to the line. Got to be so careful getting on the power, braking as well. It's 49 for that. I think that will do. And it definitely will. A second quicker than Garza, DJ Antonio Nakashima, who also make it through the qualifying to ahead of Verge, Chantra, and Corsi. And then we've got Edgar Ponte, the Ben Snyder, and Manzi. Then it's Berger, Roberts, and Jorge Martin. Way down the order, along with Raffin, Dixon, and Ramirez, with Bisecchi in last. As I'm guessing with the track getting wetter, times will be getting slower. So 2 possible errors in qualifying 2 to grab pole for Stone here, as thankfully no one right out in front of him. Oh no. You can see the spray, you can't see that rider in front. It's on a decent first sector. You've got careful on the power through turn 3, so he's the slide it as Stone demonstrating qualifying 1. Taking a bit of a narrow line, a more conventional line. Just got to find that biting point and then you get the power down. And hopefully you control the wheel spin as well. It's only a 10.5 up on something. So hopefully this rider won't be in the way. And into this final section. Doesn't seem like it. Stone around the outside. And for the final section, got a big old curb on the inside of it. Do you not touch it though? Just hug it like your favourite granny. It's all a bit wider than penultimate corner. In through the final corner. Nice on the power. This should be a 48 maybe. 48.9. Pretty decent. A Stone grabs pole by less than a 10th of Baldassari and Luti rounding out that front row. Very close. And the actually times were quicker. I thought they'd be a bit slower, but they were quicker in qualifying too, with Della Porta, Schrotter and Bastianini on the second row, then Navarro Andy and Kaz Moyadin ran out the third row ahead of Remy Gardner, Marini and Canet. Then Fernandez, Di Giannantonio and Surin. That fifth row ahead of Garzo, Nakashima and Sam Lowe's. Bit disappointing once again from the Brit, as it is just wet. They're all medium compound tyres as well as apparently the wet tyres. And then for fuel, we're going to put a bit higher. Of course, we probably will need to use power 2 down the straights. We can only use it really down the straights in these conditions though. As you saw in the qualifying lap, but you've got power 2 in the corners sometimes. It can be a bit dicey. As for once, no formation lap. We know everyone's on the same tyres. So get underway for 8 laps it. Oh, gets a bit tight into the first corner. Good move on the outside from is that Marini. It has to be. Bezzecchi's at the back, isn't he? I'm not sure he's got into the top 5 after the first corner. So that's Navarro, so trying to switch back on Stone. Oh, speed up. So yeah, Nakashima battling with Di Giannantonio over 14th. Has Stone been holding back riders the last couple of races now? He's battling from behind instead of from the front. I think that's Marini, was it? There's someone getting sandwiched there by Marini and Stone. So not hit the accelerator when you're on the curb, Stone. Surin dropped down the order. Pretty poor start. Ramirez to quest for points. Down in 23rd, it was Lowe's, I think. Lowe's are a fantastic start in his Mark VDS. Bezzecchi from the back up to 25th. Dixon in 21st, betting with Manti. Ramirez up to 21st now ahead of Berger. All the Spaniards on a mission. So one of those days with the rain, it could happen for him to break that duck. So Stone a bit wide in the final corner. And that's where this power 2 comes in as Baldessari way ahead. Hit a Bastianini, Della Porta, Marini battling in front. All the tan and the fair then as well. Hello, those. Bit with a very decisive move into that first corner. But Stone with a much better acceleration out of turn 3. As he's got Della Porta in front, so Marini up to 3rd now behind Bastianini. And his Moto2 experience coming in handy in these wet conditions. The Stone really revving it. Behind Della Porta. Oh, easy by Della Porta. Tane gave that up. Stone up to 4th then. Chasing down the podium. As Pons in 12th. Battling with Martin from the back. Already in the points. Nakashima into the top 10 ahead of Canet. Got a second gap in front. As Andy in 8th. Battling with Luti, who's had a poor beginning to the race. As Canet into the top 10 on home turf. Looks like he could punch on the foam up there. Remember Pons having no good race, was it last time out, wasn't it? And he just slipped down the order outside the top 10 in the end. As a second side and Bastianini's just ahead of Marini. Baldessari being closed up for the lead. This time Stone brake very deep. Managed to hold on to 4th. It seems like that first sector's his poorest. There's definitely sectors 2 and 3 which were quick in qualifying and practice. And then the last sector was okay. Not quite there. So it's this middle part of that where Stone has got to push. As Shirota out the points in 16. Batman Fernandez out the points as well. All the home fans disappointed. I mean, they can barely see the bikes, but must be disappointed to hear that news. As Pons into the top 10 ahead of Nakashima. It's on this third lap. Stone pushing on, but the gap's similar in front. It's all a bit wide. Yeah, it's only really his second sector where he's gaining time. Third sector's similar. First sector loses a bit. Fourth sector loses a bit. Because a Stone, he's got to find some pace at the beginning and end of the lap. There's DJ Antonio up to 9th ahead of Luti, up to 8th now. 49.7. It's pretty good lap time, but not good enough. As Marini trying to take second. It's Nakashima up to 9th ahead of Luti. Oh, Thomas. Having a poor show though. He's having one of his best races so far of the year. In the top 5, challenging for 4th. So unfortunately, Baldassarre might have to pace it. At least in the first half of the race. As Fernandez into the points of the Gardner. Canet battling over 12th. Garza just sneaking outside the points as well in 18th. So a lot of home riders out of the points, so you maybe expect to be up there. As Marini's taken second. It's all Stone actually. Pretty close on fuel actually. As he's dragging those along with him. In this battle for second. As they close up to Baldassarre. Baldassarre was getting away, wasn't he, in the first couple of laps? Not the case anymore. Oh, so hopefully it's all running smoothly. Looking to my right when I can. In this like it is. Like I've turned down a couple of the effects like particle physics, ambient occlusion. Always have like blur and bloom off as well. There's 49.2, those are 49 flat as going to second half the race. So the particles things, particularly with these conditions, should really help. There's Nakashima in 8th. Ahead of Del Porto, who's really dropped down the order. There's Martin after a fantastic start. Back for 13th now, shorter into the points. Ahead of Fernandez. When his teammate is shining for once on a miserable day. Not good to see the other Mark VDS bike down to 17th now behind Garzo, or up to 16th. Down to 17th. Who knows really, as Ramirez not pushing on. Back for 22nd with Surin as all Stone has on it down the inside of Bastianini. The Italian says no. And then Campser, very slow. Oh, Stone took a lot of curb there though. Slow them down as Nakashima. Standing for 7th. But I think Stone's got the place now. 1.7 behind Marini. Oh, a bit of a hit from Bastianini. Italian maybe losing it on the power. Stone losing it a bit as well. They seem to just met in the middle. Both still running though. For Stone, it's an important place on the podium. Consistency wins your titles, and he's showing it again at Moto2 level. You'll see that at Moto 3. As Garzo into the point as it is. Baldassarri, Marini, Stone, Lowe's, Bastianini, Navarro. Bit of a gap to Nakashima. And Dijan Antonio battling over 7th. Gonna hit back for 11th with Deda Porter. He might be out of the points there, Porter. These are ponds for this race. Let's go on, look at Marini and Baldassarri, get away. You can see Lowe's having a look at Stone there. So it's the other Italo-Trans bike going down the order in Bastianini now. There's Dixon into the points ahead of Martin. Gap over 2 seconds in front. God, you got to gain almost a second per lap. But it's all Stone on the curb. It's all Lowe's. There's even no room. Brutal from the Brit. The Stone outbreaks himself. Fancy taking it back from Lowe's. Lowe's says no. This is my day to get on the podium, says the Brit. I've sent the home fans by really outperforming his teammate. Has he gone to the... It's not the penultimate of that. Oh god, where he is. Okay, I was worried there. I was worried fuel-wise. I thought we were half of that down. I'm just having enough at the moment. So Ross are batting for 21st. Pond's up to 8th ahead of Dijan Antonio. He's loving the wet. As here comes Bastianini back for 4th. Stone falling back from those, but again it's this middle sector where you can close that gap up as he's just sliding through the right into the left as well. As Fernandez finally into the points, deposing Deda Porter. Never only he's battling for seconds at the beginning of the race. His teammates battling for 4th here. There's Manzi on the charge now into 8th ahead of Martin. He's dropped down the order. Down to 20th now with Ryan Gardner. Dixon up to 13th. The Stone all getting pipped by Bastianini. Let's reach the final lap here in Catalunya. Stone maybe worked the tyres a bit too much early on. Ever since he set that fastest lap, his tyres have been all over the place. Those who are fast at 49 flat, Stone to almost a 51 as Navarro and Nakashima are not far behind as well. Top 5 could be out of the question for Stone here. He has to be careful. Especially his fellow speed up Navarro. Remember they battled early on and just getting on the power a tiny bit. The rear tyre's spinning up like a top. As Gars are up to 11th with Dijan Antonio. Dijan Antonio actually falling down the order. Didn't expect that. They're Porter in 18th, Fader Gardner, or not. It's gone up to 17th with a Manzi. Frantic battle for the points. This final lap. For the top 5 as well. Stone runs wide. Navarro slides through. And Stone pushed wide slightly, was he? No, he's holding on ahead of Nakashima. Or is he? Oh, Nakashima with the optimistic dive in the penultimate corner. Stone up the power two for the front stretch for the run to the line. Superb victory from Baldassarri from start to finish. Stone holds on, I think, the Japanese rider. As Baldassarri wins by 1.7 seconds ahead of Marini in the end, with those ran out of the podium. Superb race from the British, best by a country mile so far this season. And Bastianini in the Navarro once again passing Stone on the final lap. Hopefully that doesn't become a regular occurrence, as Nakashima just a couple of tenths behind the Canadian. Then we've got Pons in 8th ahead of Luthi by a couple of tenths. Canet rounds out the top 10 ahead of Garzo, Dixon, Fernandez grabbing points ahead of speed ups of DJ Antonio and Surin. There's all the speed ups in the points again. As rounding out the top 20, Del Porto, Ramirez just in 22nd in the end. Joe Roberts in last. So in the Riders' Championship, Stone leads Navarro by 14 points. Still a comfortable enough-ish gap. And then we've got Marini up to third ahead of Bezzecchi. Then Nakashima into the top 5 ahead of Gardner. But the big winner, Baldassarri, up 7 places. He's more than doubled his points total with that victory. As he launched himself up to 7 ahead of DJ Antonio Fernandez. Bastianini into the top 10 as Martin slips out down to 11th. Those up 6 places to 40th. There's another rider who more than doubled his points total in the season so far. Pons up 7 places into the top 20 and 18th as well. So lots of big winners. And losers as well. Ben Snyder and Roberts down to 20th and 21st. As in the Teams Championship, Sky Racing TVR 46 back to the top ahead of Speed Up Racing by 6 points. Red Bull IO in 3rd, 5 points ahead of Oakley Team Moto 2. Then Natalia Trans rounds out the top 5 by 6 points ahead of Mark VDS after a fantastic podium. Play Sports HP 40 or Pons with their victory up to 7th, up a couple of places. Big victors in the Teams Championship ahead of Donna Volt. Down 3 places, the big losers, SAG. They've got Scrusini into the top 10 ahead of Angelo Nieto. RTS down to 12th. Petroleum Sprinter ahead of MV Augusta for 13th now, with American Racing Honda Team Asia in at last. So decent for Stone, not quite the race he would have wanted, but still achieves the objective. Definitely achieved the qualifying objective as well. Quite a few credits achieved as well. Then for the research, so perfect once again for distance as and quick lap simulation, where we set the fastest lap in practice for the quick lap simulation, but race simulation just cut 1 corner, so only had 3 valid laps in the end. Is there anything we can do? Not really. We're still waiting for the frame to be all produced. So we've got another double header coming up. As here to the HDC helmets, Motorrad Grand Prix Deutschland around the anti-clockwise Saxon Ring circuit. As we've got Paul Jefferson, who we definitely do not want, and we've got Francesca Franzi again. Don't really want her either. But the frame, just a week away, so that'll be for Assen, and then we can put our resources into electronics and engine hopefully after that. But hopefully everything ran smoothly. I also had to turn off the game DVR. For some reason it's on by default for Windows 10. I have no idea why, but that caused the issues with recording yesterday for this and for TT Automan 2, so they're both a bit laggy. But hopefully everything's sorted. I hope it's all smooth, and it wasn't quite smooth sailing for Stone, but maybe it'll be better next time. So thanks for watching. We'll find out then.